We are an advocacy organization. We organize symposia on topical issues affecting the development of Africa. On this occasion, we organized a one-day symposium yesterday on foreign direct investment in land in Africa, risks, opportunities, and challenges. Right. That was the theme of the symposium. You know, there's recently been reported that a number of countries in Asia and the Middle East, but also some of the traditional developed countries like the United States and Britain, have taken large chunks of land in Africa for agricultural purposes. Some of it for food production, but others for crops associated with alternative fuels. Yeah. Now, we welcome any private foreign any inflow of capital into Africa. However, many of these transactions are shrouded in secrecy in some of the countries, and we are concerned on the content of these agreements. Right. What exactly are the terms of these agreements? Are these leases? Are these sales? Right. Have they been evaluated such that the benefits to the host countries can be demonstrated and how they will be distributed?
All right. Let's discuss this broader theme of land and FDI into land, because it speaks to the whole question of food security in Africa. And at the moment, we're seeing commodity prices rise, the price of fuel rise. That's also impacted on the price of food. And people are concerned what inflation is going to do to the ordinary African at the end of the day. What other solutions are there?
Well, precisely. There are possible solutions in these investments, provided they have been critically evaluated and entered into, and the share of benefits between the investor and the host country. For instance, I am told that some of the countries that have received this kind of thing is Ethiopia, Mali, Sudan. In Sudan, almost 6 or 8 countries have done so. Now, some of these developed in the Middle Eastern and Asian countries are food importing countries. They are taking these huge chunks of land in order to produce food for their own population. This is as a result of the increases in food prices about 2 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, which resulted in some of the traditionally food exporting countries imposing bans on export of food. And so these other countries felt that they have the capacity to buy, but if the producing countries will not export, then that is serious. So I think they are acquiring land so that as a precaution against that development. Right. Now, that is a good thing. Producing food for their people is a good thing. Producing food in land which is currently maybe underutilized is good.
Let's
but
underscore.
Our worry is, what is it there for the African population?
Let's underscore what you've just said there about land that is underutilized. That's an African problem. We've got vast tracts of arable land that we're not using for commercial farming. That's a lack of foresight on the part of Africa. Yes. What can African leaders do better?
One of the things they can do is to support, to modernize and increase the productivity of the peasant farmer by, of course, education and training on the ground, that is, and assistance with fertilizer, extension work, so that they should produce more. I mean, the productivity of our farmers is around 1,000 a ton and to 1.5 tons per hectare. Elsewhere, it's 3.5 to 5,000 per hectare. So those are some of the things, the changes that have to be made. Now, private foreign investment to produce food on a large scale, on technological, is also one of them. It's not either or from my point of view. We have to increase the productivity of our peasant farmers. by affording them assistance and remunerative prices for their produce. That's one. But also, if and when private foreign investment of the kind that is coming into Africa, we should take advantage of that to ensure that our people benefit, both from food being produced, also being available to the domestic population, but of course not replacing domestic production. So we need both. We have to do both. We have to ensure the greater productivity on the part of our peasantry, and also make use of these investments to ensure food security for our people. That is why we are interested in the content of these agreements as to exactly what will happen when they are producing. We are also concerned lest in some cases local farmers may be replaced without sufficient compensation.